Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome to Stellaris version Banks 1.5. It's here, Stellaris Utopia is out, it is time for us to begin our playthrough of the first expansion. So let's go ahead and create a new game. Alright, so, we're going to create a new species for this game. Here's the Ixodar Star Collective that we used to learn how to play the game quite a while ago. Hopefully we still remember. I've updated them for the new expansion, and I've locked them in so they should show up somewhere in the galaxy that we play. So that'll be cool. We'll get to see how they turn out. But we're not going to be playing the Ixodar Star Collective, the aristocratic slaver guild run empire that is our old race. We are going to make a new one. Let's go. So, couple new choices here. First of all, appearance. Let's choose what we're going to look like. We've got quite a few options, but I want to use... Oh, that guy's new. I don't think I've ever seen him before. Look at his little arms. His little gecko arms. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen him before. Okay. Is there anybody else who's new here in the roster? These all look the same. I love these guys. I love the look of that dude. Ooh, this guy looks new too. Oh, so's this guy. Like a little starfish with blinky eyes. And this guy, this snail dude, he looks new. I don't think I've seen him before, or I didn't look hard enough last time I looked at these. Fungoid? Okay, this guy is new. And then in our plant section, now. So, I want to... Oh, I really want to play this snail. I think we're going to be space snails, is what's going to happen. That's how it's going to go. Look at this dude! Yep, we're going to be a space snail. There's no other option. Alright, so we need to choose... Whoops, we got in the wrong thing there, sorry. Our species name. We could come up... Let's do a random name instead of trying to come up with one here. Something that we can pronounce. Obadin? Kundan? Keegan? Man, these are really bad names for our empire here. Havel? No. Hathgrum? None of these sound very snail-like. Tabran, Damana? Man, it really likes using the same names, doesn't it? Slurpanor. That sounds great. Slurpanorians? Slurpanorian? Yeah, that looks like a Slurpanorian, doesn't it? Yeah, that actually works out pretty well. I like that. Alright, name. We're going to use... Is there a musculoid set of names? Yeah. Gosh, that guy looks so cool. Okay. Oh yeah, this will be... We'll go with this one. I won't be able to pronounce any of these. That'll be great. So we gotta pick up our traits. So we can pick up to 5 traits, and we can have 2 points to start. We can get negative and positive points. So what do we know about the Musculoid Society? Well, I have an idea of the type of government we're going to use. So that's going to have a big effect on everything, because we're going to use the new government type that came out for this expansion. They're going to be a hive mind of musculoids, and they are going to be all part of the Great Mucus. So, what do? They're all going to be one creature, actually. So, let's look at our traits here. What can we think about? If you are a bunch of snail people traveling... Has he got a piece of hay in his mouth? He's chewing on a piece of hay. I don't understand why that's there in the picture, but we'll take it. I'm okay with that for now. That's kind of silly. Alright, let's see here. What do we want for our character? Ooh, what's extremely adaptive? Oh, you can go onto multiple different planets. Habitability plus 20%. Okay. That can be handy, as that cuts down on the amount of terraforming you have to do. But I'll tell you what, if we're going to be a hive mind, we better breed fast. I think the Ixodar breed fast too. But look at this. We come out of our shells and the Great Mucus combines together. That's when we have to breed super fast. Alright, let's see here. Leader skills, leader experience. Very strong. Strong, weak, nomadic. Communal. We don't have to worry about happiness at all because of what's going to happen here. We don't care. We don't have to worry about our leader lifespan. A lot of stuff changes based on the thing that we're going to play. The fact that we're going to use the hive mind type. So, consumer goods. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, okay. Here's what we'll do. So I'm thinking we'll go with the decadent. Happiness without slaves, -10. That's not it. We're gonna go with wasteful. It's just because think of this big one-mind snail with all these little snails that are linked into them through the Great Mucus. They just cover everything in the mucus. They don't care. And they just consume whatever they want to turn it into mucus, so they're very wasteful. Also, let's see, what else can we add then? We have 2 points that we could spend, so we could purchase some of these science perks if we wanted to. Let's get intelligent. Why don't we do that? Yeah, we'll do intelligence so we can get some of our science done faster. So that looks good. I like that. Is this also where we do the flag? Yes, we got to set up our flag for the Great Mucus. The Great Mucus. Oh, I'm having trouble saying that. Do we have anything here in the zoological section that we can use? Let's see. Oh, not really. Pointy pirate. Paradox logo, always useful. Let's see, anything here? Anything that looks like a shell or a slime. One of the two is what we're looking for. Actually, this will work. So, our symbol is this great ball of mucus headed towards a tiny planet. No, that's too much like a sun. Oh well. Let's see. Let's just use... Oh, let's just be super generic, shall we? Let's not spend forever trying to choose a symbol. The Great Mucus will use... You know, I just said that, and now I'm spending forever trying to choose a symbol. Let's get a round symbol, and we'll use this guy right here. There we go. That's the symbol for the Great Mucus. We will use a yellow for the background, and for the secondary color, yellow on blue? Yeah, yellow on purple. Purplish blue. Like a deep blue. That looks good. So that's our flag for the Great Mucus. Beautiful. Alright, back here we gotta choose our ruler. Let's get him a name. Shuglerm. Shuglerm the ruler. That's awesome. Alright, this is going to be a male. None of this will matter. Can we change the color? Ooh, I kind of like that teal color. That right there, yeah. No clothes. What kind of room does he live in? We'll just go generic space room. That feels good. So next we have to choose the homeworld for our people. Let's have them come from a very, what's the name here? Slurpanors. I gotta make sure I get that down. The Slurpanorians. Let's choose their type of world here. The Slurpanorians. They come from Sandritha? No, not Ganji. That doesn't sound good. How about if they came from the planet... Oh, I liked that. I liked Gur for a minute. See what else pops up here. Come on. Come on, random generator. Anywhere? Oh, these are silly. Okay, we're just... Oh, wrong buttons. Why does that not let me... There we go. Goodness. We'll go with Gur, because that popped up. In the star name... will be... Mucolonia. There we go. So the planet Gur around the star Mucolonia, which is where the Great Mucus was born. What type of planet? They definitely come from a wet planet, and I think they come probably from an ocean world. Don't you think? Tropical or ocean, not continental. Let's see. A humid or water. We'll say tropical. I like tropical. So they come from a tropical world. The Great Mucus developed underneath the shade of the great canopies, and eventually it created thousands and millions of its little children, all linked together, who still have this little piece of grass. It's going to bug me. Alright, so what do we have next? The appearance of our city. We will go just with the regular molluscoid city. Will work for us there. Alright, so now our government. This is where we are going to make this different. And for this playthrough, this is going to be the big thing that came out. Now, you'll see the governments are different, and this is all different, the level of authority. That's there, but there's this guy in the center. A hive mind. Disables the tutorial. That's okay. Must use the hive mind authority. Hive mind rulers are immortal. Hive mind pops are not affected by happiness and will not join factions. Hive mind pops cannot survive in non-hive mind empires. And non-hive mind pops cannot survive in hive-minded empires. Must use AI outlawed policy. So no AI allowed. Cannot follow psionic or synthetic. But we can genetically modify species once we get biological ascension. So it's really going to limit our play style a little bit, but it's the new thing. I want to try it out. So we're going to select this. That puts us here in the hive mind. And now we get to pick 2 civics. So here are the new part of the civics for the government. And what we're going to do is we're going to need to choose 2 of these. So what can we do? Either get a bigger naval capacity, because our cognitive process exists in subspace. A neural network, which increases our research speed. Aesthetics, so consumer goods cost less. That doesn't make sense for our wastefulness. One mine, monthly unity, up 15%. I don't know what unity is yet. Divided attention. Care sector systems, +2 for the core. If you remember how the sectors work, and when we get later on, we have to divide those out to some AI. Strength of legions. 20% army damage. Subsumed will. Want the influence +1. Or pooled knowledge. Leader skill levels +1 and leader pool size +1. I think I like the idea of this, the natural neural network. The gray matter of clustered drones provides unparalleled parallelism, accelerating the hive mind's exploration of the sciences. So we'll grab that. And let's also grab let's go pooled knowledge. So the hive mind's autonomous drones frequently share knowledge through direct links, bypassing the hive mind's slower registry processes. So what happens is the great mollusks of our species they can actually take off their shells and join their physical bodies together in a oozy mass of the Great Mucus to better increase their knowledge and to do science better. I like that. Our empire name. A valid government name is required. Alright, so we have to come up with an empire name. Well, I tell you what. Our species are the Slurpanorians. So why don't we create an empire name along that? We'll call it, oh, you know what? The Great Empire name, we'll already call this. The Great Mucus is what we'll call it. And what would they be called? They'd be called Mucosians? Why is our empire missing something here? Oh, there we go. We didn't select Hive Mind. Hive Mind operates as a single organism more than as a state. The population has no free will and acts as an extension of the hive mind itself, much like the limbs of a body. That's what was missing. So the Great Mucus, they'll call us Mucosians. We've already designed our flag. Now we just have to choose some defaults for our people. So, we are going to have... what type of weapons do we want to do? You know, I really liked missiles last time. I really liked them. We're going to go with missile weapons. I think we started with lasers last time. We'll start with missiles. Because space missiles armed with nuclear warheads. Missiles have excellent range, but they are vulnerable to interception by point defense systems. FTL method. We did warp travel last time. We'll stick with warp travel because I'm not good with the wormhole travel. So we'll stick with warp travel. It's an easy way to travel around. Makes the gameplay easier for us. And then we need to choose our ship. We are going to go with the molluscoid ships. Let's just stick with the theme, shall we? Alright, so what do we have? We have the Great Mucus. Which is a hive mind with the natural neural network, letting us be able to science better. Again, because all of our cluster drones together are able to... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get something going here for the recording. Are able to focus on science. And we have the pooled knowledge of our guys taking their shells off and joining bodies. We're a hive mind, of course, so we will be unaffected by a lot of government, but we can't control other empires inside of us, or other races. We have nuclear missiles, warp travel, and our ships look really cool. That's what we're the molluscoid type of guys, the Slurpanorians. We're rapid breeders, we're wasteful, and we are intelligent, so slightly better science output. Alright, that is the Great Mucus. Let's save them. There we go, and let's hit done. I don't know why... Oh, Iron Man mode. Okay. So, let's not mess with anything. Let's leave this the way it is. So, we'll just do the defaults. A medium galaxy, elliptical, AI 9 empires, 3 AI start. Our 3 of those empires will be ahead of us. Let's do a little bit more. Let's... 12 enemy empires. I like more empires. There's more stuff to do. Habitable worlds. How often? You have habitable worlds. I'm fine with this. They're the regular amount. And then everything else normal. This looks good. And this will keep advanced AI players from coming next to us. This looks beautiful. Perfect. This is what we'll stick with. So, what's the option here instead of elliptical? We can have a spiral galaxy or ring. We'll go with an elliptical galaxy. We did a spiral galaxy last time. We'll do elliptical. So let's play. Let us start the Great Mucus on its adventure through space. Alright. Whoa, we got a lot of new stuff up here. Okay, the Great Mucus. The ruler is Shuglerm. Beautiful. So we have the Great Mucus, government hive mind. Again, we've talked about this before. Ruler Shuglerm, species Slurpanor. We use warp travel. The capital planet is the planet of Gur. We're again a hive mind, and we are intelligent, wasteful, rapid breeding, tropical snails. And so, at the dawn of time, we awoke. The mind studied our surroundings on Gur with a multitude of eyes. We moved as one, building shelters for the drones, developing industry, researching new technologies, and harnessing the resource of the land. Soon, we had grown to encompass the entire world. A small number of autonomous drones were created to serve as independent agents. These more formidable drones had the capacity for limited free thought, but were still as inexorably bound to the will of the hive mind as any of its other instruments. As we achieved complete dominion over Gur, the mind became aware of other worlds orbiting other suns. The most intelligent of our autonomous drones devised new methods of travel, enabling us to cross the vast distances between the stars. And the Great Mucus will soon grow. The Great Mucus, okay? That's okay. We're fine with that. So we'll hit begin. So here we are in space. Let's take a look at the galaxy system. At the galaxy map and see where we're at. So here's the galaxy all around us. Looks like there's a couple already named sections of space. Looks like we're kind of off to the edge, which is nice. That means that we can maybe claim a little section depending what kind of empires are around us and who we have to worry about. So that's not too bad a placement. So if you don't remember, when we play Stellaris, we have our outliner on the right that shows us everything that's happening on our planets. We have our resources at the top. So right now we have energy credits, we have our minerals, and we have our food. Next to that we have our influence. This dictates how we can do our influence in space, build space stations, hire new people for our empire. Unity, this is new. So Unity is used to unlock new traditions. These can increase your output by building autocathon monuments or other Unity buildings. This is new for Utopia. So this will be affecting what we can, kind of like the traditions in Civ, I guess, kind of affecting our empire in giant ways once we get high enough levels of Unity to spend. So to start this game off, let's look what we've got. Oh! Let's center in over here so we can see. Oh, look at our station. That is a cool looking space station. Okay. So we got a little fleet of corvettes here. They're ready to go off. You can see each one is loaded with a couple missiles. Not bad. 89 strength. Not that impressive. We have our science ship. And on there is Gethmar. Oh, and look! I didn't realize this, but the Great Mucus has decided that we're going to be green instead of that teal color. I'm not going to go against what the Great Mucus wants. So we have our science guy right here. And then here, we have our constructor ship. So what do we want to do to start out? Well, first things first, let's look at the planet Gur. So here we have Governor Riblog. He's going to help increase some of our build speeds and clear out blockers and things on the planet. The planet itself is producing 3 food in surplus, has 16 slots and 8 population. It's tropical, it's our home world, so it's overly habitable, and it's producing a pretty good mix of everything. Our engineering research isn't so great. Let's look at the actual surface of the planet. You can see that our pops are pretty well spread out in good places. We've got some basic upgrades on different spots. So that is fine. Okay. No, just the defense shell. I like that for our army names. And our spaceport is up here, and then here are the spaceships that are actually in orbit around the planet. So let's get started, shall we? Let's spread the Great Mucus across the galaxy. We're at 25 minutes, so we'll just kind of set up our first couple turns. So we need to go ahead and select our sciences. So physics research, what do we want to do here? In physics, we have either solar panel networks to increase our planet productivity, or we can increase our computing through either a physics lab or assist research. We'll go physics lab. That way we can build a planet-based building that will increase our research. For our biological sciences, we can start with a heritage site. Shows how far we have come and will produce extra unity. We can increase our naval capacity through space combat doctrines. It's kind of weird that that's a biological research. It's odd. And planetary unification would fix happiness and increase our monthly influence. Let's go with the heritage site. That looks good. And engineering, finally, we can get nanomechanics. Advanced instruments allow for study and practical application of physical systems at nanometric scales. So it's a place that produces a lot of science for us. Powered exoskeletons to make our army. To make our army stronger, or geothermal fracking, which will let us make a better mining network. Let's go for that. So that sets up our science. It's going to run in the background. We should take a look at the leaders of our actual nation. Oh, okay. The Great Shuglerm is the right color. Everybody else is just kind of funky. I'm okay with that. Let's see here. So let's look at our leaders real quick here. We have... This guy has a science expertise in biology. We're going to move him around if we need to. Just looking at our stats here. Okay. If we go back to our sciences, is our biology guy in biology? Yes. Okay, it's what I wanted to double check. Make sure he was there. We were getting the most bonus out of him. Alright, next thing we need to do is we need to set our science ship right here, the ISS Argag, out to explore the other planets in our system. So what we can do is we can right click on a planet and it's going to go there and survey it. Oh wait, no, that's Gur. We don't need to survey Gur. So we can choose this and we can survey system to survey everything, or we can survey a single planet. I want to get the whole system surveyed with our science ship. That makes sense. And then on the planet itself, what do we have going on the planet of Gur? We've got some populations that are going to need to grow out. After a second, let's go ahead and clear out a blocker so we can free up some space on the main planet. Let's clear out this one over some food so our pops will grow. So we're going to spend 30 energy, 30 minerals, and it's going to take 90 years, or 90 months, I'm sorry, to clear that out. Let's clear that off. That looks good. Get rid of some old sprawling slums where the members of our species used to all mucus together. Ugh. There's a lot of frozen planets, it looks like, out here. Alright, so we gotta let time go by. I think we can probably speed up time here a little bit. There's no reason for us to run at a slower speed. There's it is. There we go. We can run at the fastest speed right now. Get some surveying done. So it looks like we found an asteroid that has some society research and some engineering research.
Tile blocker cleared.
A little moon over here. Ooh. So we finished out clearing up our tile blocker. How are we doing on resources? We're okay. Let's clear off our home planet. It's going to be real important, I do believe. So let's continue to clear these off. How does this sound? We're going to need more mineral input, I think. Okay. There we go. Maybe just fast is what we'll set it at. So we're getting our areas surveyed. You can see that we have some energy here on Weigel. Again, we have this extra science. Let's go ahead and see about exploiting this energy here on Weigel. And Wegri is the name of this planet. Unfortunately, Regri's moon has no useful resources. But with Wegri being right here, we can grab our construction ship and we can put a mining station over here. It's going to cost us a little bit of minerals, but that's okay. And what it's going to do is it's going to cost us 9 minerals to build, but it's going to cost us 1 energy to maintain, and we're going to get 2 energy back from this planet, so we might as well do that. Alright. We've got the science going. We've got our little fleet here. Why don't we take our fleet while we're at it, and let's send them out to explore the galaxies around us. This is inside our influence zone. Let's see what that looks like.
Blocker cleared.
Oh wow, our guys are real quick at doing the tile blockers. It must be, yes, because of this guy right here. He is cutting the amount of time it takes way down. That is impressive. How are we doing our resources? Not bad. Let's go ahead and just clear everything out we can if we can afford it. Might as well. So there goes our fleet to check out a new horizons. We can see that they are still traveling, and now they've arrived. So let's go see what's going on over here, shall we? So we've got a sun. Do we have any tropical worlds? Nope, not many. We'll have to come over here to survey this in a bit. In fact, we only have the 1 science ship going on right now. Why don't we get a second science ship up and running? So we'll set up a second science ship to build in our space station, which is right here. Let's build a new science ship. We need 100 minerals, so we're going to have to hold off on doing anything until that builds up. In that case, we will wait for 100 minerals and build our next science ship. We'll be doing that on the next episode of Gaming with Grug. Folks, I'm excited. The Great Mucus is out in space. We're going to see who we encounter. We're going to build up a giant empire. And most likely we'll be very close to some of our enemies because, unlike the spiral galaxy we had last time, we have just got stars all over the place. So folks, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. And as always, we hope to see you soon.